my channel, and thank you for clicking on this video. This is going to be a long ass video, I'm going to tell you right now. I have to go through my April wrap up, then I have to go for my May TBR, and then I want to also update my book journal. I have not updated it all month. Well, I've done like book reviews, but like actually updating like how many books I've read and if I've ticked things off, I have not touched, because I want to do that with you guys. I have held off touching it because I want to do it with you guys. Anyway, I'm going to start off with a wrap up of what I read last month. On my TBR, I did have 8 books. That included 2 library books and the rest were actual physical ones. I have read most of them. I've added on a couple of books, but we'll have a look with what happened. Okay, I'm going to start off with my Kindle. I did read 2 books that weren't on my TBR. I wasn't really fancying romance, but this one's romance, and this has kind of put me off reading romance first of the month. It's called Forgettable in Every Way by Jennifer Peel, and it's basically about a girl. She lives in New York City and she bumps into a guy who's just moved to New York City, and they get like best friends really pally. She starts liking him. He doesn't see it that way. He sees her as in like a younger sister. The girl's friend goes and bumps into him. They have a friendship, and then the guy kind of like dumps the friend and like forgets about her. Literally forgettable in every way, it's in the title. And the main girl, like practically everyone, because she's so quiet and so like mouse-like, everyone just kind of forgets about her. Everyone doesn't know what she's doing in life, and it had so much potential. She had a job and she was getting paid bank, like she was getting paid so much money, but no one knew what her job was. Like literally no one knew. Anyway, there is a quote in this book that the cheese was cheesing, and not in the nice way. I'll put the quote up here. It was just, this is what I put on my Goodreads review, and that is all I put. A couple of like pukey faces and then the quote. I like cheese, I like blushing, but that was just disgusting and every single way. So I've rated that a 2-star. I also read on my Kindle When the Moon Hatched. That one is like a brand new release. It's everywhere on TikTok, YouTube, everyone's hyping about it. It's like 750 pages, so I kind of like sneakily snuck that in. I think I rated that a 3 or a 4-star. It's a big book. I can see the hype. It's kind of like setting you in stone a little bit. I want to know more, so I feel like I'm going to read the next book whenever it comes out. I need to know what's going on. Like, I'm not like obsessed, but I'm not interested. So we'll see. But that one's an okay book. So that's what I read on my Kindle. I have started another book, Broken Bonds. I've just started that one. So I'm recording this on, what day is it? The 27th of April, and this video is going to go up on the 1st of May. So I do have like 3 days left, so I'm hoping to also finish that one. But I've just started it, so I kind of don't know what's going on. But Broken Bonds, the picture of the book is a girl's side face and then a skull here, and like the noses are touching. And it basically says in the synopsis, I'm not ruining anything here, that her mum and dad have found their bonds and then they died, basically. I had a thought that bonds were like animals, and I don't know why. I don't know why. It's a magical book, and like when you find your bond, I just assumed it was like a beast or something, but it's not. It's humans, and I'm not obsessed with that trope right now. I have read a couple of books where you have like your other half and you have like 4 guys and 1 girl. It is nice to read. It's kind of hot, but that's not the point. It's not something that I want to read this month. So I'm a bit dubious, but it's only like 290 pages, so I'm hoping to get it finished. Going on to the books I didn't read this month. Practice Makes Perfect. Not into romance this month, so I'm not going to read it. I was obsessed when this came out. So Sarah Adams did the cheat sheet and When in Rome. And When in Rome, I liked. It was cute, but cheat sheet, I was obsessed. I like ate that up so quickly. I just don't care for romance at the moment. I want an escape to another world. So that's why I didn't read it. I really want to read Delegate Dream Department Store. And I have actually started, I'm only like 3 pages in, but I read the author's note and I never ever read the author's note. I just skip this, but I thought, you know what, I'll read it. And it's the prettiest thing I've ever read, honestly. I'll put, if you want to read it, I'll put it up here. Pause. Read it. Stunning. Stunning. It's just so pretty. So I feel like this book is going to be similar to that, and I'm just so excited. I'm just not in like a chill mood. I want fights. I did also have a couple of library books on my TBR for the month. I returned them now, so I can't remember what the first one was. Something to do with Sans. Hated it. Started reading it. Could not link with the writing. I was having to reread sentences and be like, I don't understand it. Not my thing. So I kind of just skipped that. But I did read Vespertine. I think it's called. I put it up here anyway. I enjoyed it. I did. Slow at times. But I feel like it had potential, and I'm now intrigued with the author to find other books. I have actually downloaded another one on my Kindle, The Enchantment of Ravens, and she's called Margaret Rogerson. Her writing it's quite informative, and when you're wanting to understand stuff, it's a little bit difficult to like, because you have to remember, like, I'm not big on words. You might have known this from me. I struggle to connect my brain with my tongue and my mouth. So I like say something in my head, and then I say it aloud and I'm like, that's not how you say it. And then I'm thinking, how do you say it? And then I start thinking, I can't speak English. I am born in England. English is my first language. But sometimes I feel like it's not. I feel like, what is my language? Because I just can't speak. So with that type of book, I had to Google a lot of the words because I didn't know what she was talking about. I didn't know what those words were. I just didn't know what was going on. But when I finally figured out what was going on, I was like, I'm quite enjoying this. Pretty good. I didn't like the ending. So I'm excited to read another book. That one, for example. But that one looks difficult. But that's another story for another time. Going on to my new library read. I have read Defy the Night. I've just read this. And this is by Bridget Kemmerer. I think that's how you say it. Love this book. I was gonna give this book a 4 or a 5 star. Loved it. Obsessed. Eating it up. I thought the world was really good. I had a thought of how I thought the world was gonna go, but then it didn't go that way. And I was like, yes. Because if it went the way I wanted it to go, I would not have liked this book. But I did. Loved it. Ending, shocking. Ending, disgusting. Ending knocked down a couple of stars from me because I was like, I'm sorry. This is a trilogy, right? This is the first book. I like it when a book leaves you with a cliffhanger, leaves you with something where you need to read the next book. This ended like it was just a novella. It ended like it was just a single book. It ended, and I did not like the ending. So I'm now debating, do I read the second book or not? Because with the way this book ended, the story's done for me. It was all ticked off, stitched up, booted. It was done. That really stressed me out. I got to the last page and I was just like, surely not. Surely not. But it was true. So that's that. That's annoying. I read Powerful. This is the novella from Powerless. If you haven't, sort yourself out, go have a look. Really good, interesting, obsessed. I forgot, so basically there's a girl in here called Adina and then the guy called Payden. Adina is mentioned, Payden isn't, but Adina is mentioned in the first book, Powerless. She's throughout the story. Yes, she's not the main character, but she is mentioned a lot. I forgot what happened to Adina in the first book. I was bawling reading this. I was bawling. I just forgot, and I felt so bad forgetting about it. But I now want to know what's happening. So pretty, and I cried. I just, like, there's a quote here. I can't show you, it'll ruin it. And I literally put, that'll be backwards for you, but it says, I'm struggling to breathe. That was a 4 star. There was just something where I wasn't like, it's a 5 star, I need it. I'm struggling. I like the main characters to be like the main girl in Powerless, where she's a badass bitch. I like those girls where they kind of rely on men not so much, and I think that's why it dropped me a star, because I am the type of girl where I don't take shit from anyone. I'm a sensitive person, but if someone tells me something, I'm like, sort yourself out, get out, go, not interested. And she wasn't like that. Questionable. So that's that. Before the coffee gets cold, on my TBR I did have the second book in this, and I looked into it and then I realised you can't read that book without finishing this book. Like, it kind of like goes on. So I finished this book. It's cute. The story, I think there's 4 stories in this. It's not just one story, there's like individual ones, but all the people are mentioned throughout each story, so you kind of get to know who's who. But there's a lot of people. A couple of stories I didn't care for, I didn't, but the last one, it was sweet, it was cute, and it kind of made me enjoy this book a bit more. Am I getting rid of it? Yes. I'm never going to read it again. I'm not. Nightbane is the second book to Lightlark. I enjoyed this book. I did. The ending had me by my balls. It did. I need the third book to come out. I don't know when it's coming out because this was just released. I need to know what's going on. And I'll put a picture here. I annotated this in my book journal, and I have to blur things out because there's some things I have like questioned the story of this book, and if you haven't read this, that'll spoil it for you because I just the ending just kind of just like punches you right in the face without you expecting it. So that is that. I like it. I also read A Tempest of Tea. I didn't think to like this as much as I did, and I did. I liked it. I saw this in my head like it was a movie. I did. Movie. But I don't know who my bias is in this book. I'm going to show you, because this is a special edition, obviously, and I'm going to show you a picture of everyone who's in this book. And this is exactly how my brain imagined him. I'm not going to tell you who's who if you want to, because it's nice coming across his people. When you come across his people and flip through this page, you know exactly who's who, because this book is very good at describing stuff. She's the main girl. And there's 3 guys, 2 girls. I don't know who my bias is. I really don't. I'm kind of twisted. And the end of this book, it got me. I was like, no, it didn't. And that's where I was. So this is about a world of vampires and humans, and they have a like tea house throughout the day, but at the night time it turns into like a vampire house where they make tea with blood, I'm assuming. Not the government, but the night patrol and stuff don't really like this, and when they come they hide the fact that it's a vampire house, but people know it is, but they just don't have proof. And that's basically what it's about. They're trying to vampires go missing, and they're trying to figure out why, how, who, when, where. Give it a try. It is good. It's just come out as well. I think it was last month when it got released, so it is quite a new read, but I'm trying to get up to date with my new releases, because it got to a point where like I was reading spoilers and I just didn't want that about my life. The last one, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah. This book is A Fate Inked in Blood, and this is going to be my favourite book of the month. It is. It really is. Let me show you. It's an exclusive edition, but I just need to show you this. I need to show you this. Stunning. I usually don't like Norse mythology. It confuses the hell out of me. I'm more of a Greek god and goddess person. But I was obsessed. It kind of kept giving. It kind of gave you one thing, then gave you another thing, and it just kept on adding up. The end was a surprise. It was a surprise. So from my Goodreads review, the main guy's called Bjorn, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Bjorn. And throughout this whole book, I was like, Bjorn is daddy material. He is a daddy. And at the end, I literally put, I wanted Bjorn to be my daddy, but I'm now deciding he's my uncle. I can't explain why unless you read this book. Please read this book and please comment down below and we will discuss this book, because I need to describe to someone and explain why he is now my uncle rather than my daddy. I need to speak about this. So that's that. 5-star read. I need this in my life. And also A Tempest of Tea. 5-star read. I'm doing good so far this month. So that's what I read last month, and I think I've made a nice progress. I'm obviously reading The Broken Bonds by J. Brie. Oh, I love the name Brie, so nice. And this is, so do you know what I mean, right? So it's a girl, it's a skeleton, and then it's a crow. So I thought bonds was animals. I did. It's not. It's like soulmates. Ugh. So it's only 290 pages. Don't know if I said that. So I'm gonna read this. This can add to this selection, and then I might start this. I feel like it's gonna be so pretty, but I don't think I'm in the pretty mood. I think I'm in the he's not my daddy, he's my uncle mood. But I've enjoyed this. I've really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed having a pile that I have to choose from, and if I get a lot of these done, it's like a reward. So that's not too bad. I really don't think it's bad that I didn't read 3 of them. One of them was a library read, so I didn't actually lose any money on that. And then I could just bye. I do actually have another library read which I'll add to my TBR for the month. But I'll see you in a second because we're going to go and choose my TBR. And I'm excited. It's my favourite part of the month. So excited. told you guys, we are doing my TBR jar, choose my May picks. I'm so excited. So excited. Oh, I'll show you the book that I'm going to be reading. So this is from the no, not charity shop, this is from the library. I've got Shadow of the Fox by Julie Kagawa. This has been in my TBR for such a long time, and I'm really enjoying going to the library to test out books because you don't waste any money. Yes, you do have to read them within 3 weeks, which is sometimes a little bit annoying. I would have preferred if you had to return them once a month, but no, you have to return them every 3 weeks, which is a bit annoying when I'm doing this because I obviously don't have the 2 books that I showed you last month's TBR because I've had to return them, and now I've got some new books. But yeah, no, that's fine. The issue is with this one, it's not a tiny book, but it's like 450 pages. 449, apologies, I lied. But I'm excited because if I like this, then eventually I can add it on to my trophies. But yeah, so that is all. That's all. That's there. So we can pick 7 books. 7. Last month I only picked 6 books because I had 2. Guys. Okay, so I've got my beautiful retro tray, smoking tray, dish tray. I don't know. This makes me so nervous because what if it's a book I just don't want to pick? Well, it's too late now. Okay. Choose a YA book. There's quite a lot to pick from that. I do believe this is YA, but I want to pick a book. You know what? I'm gonna do it. Okay, so I've recently just bought If I Have to Be Haunted by Miranda Sun, off of, it's really bright, off of Vinted. It's a special edition. Stunning. I'm reading the synopsis. Okay. Yes, please. So she is at school, she's trying to go through her courses, trying to get the grades that her mother wants us to get, but she inherited a gift from her grandmother and she can speak to the dead and she can see the dead, and I'm assuming because of this lovely picture that there's a nice little relationship that gets kindled, and it's always the guys with the white hair that you have to look out for. Like in animes, you just have to look out for them. Guys, great goddamn start. Okay. Book 1 down. Okay, well I didn't pick that one but it fell out, so let's just go with this one. Well, this says buy a new book and read it. Well, I actually have recently bought a couple of books, and one of them is Starless Sea. What is that name called? It'll be there. I think it's the Starless Sea, I think. And I recently bought that. It hasn't been delivered yet, so I think that might count. It's supposed to come next week, so when this video is uploaded, I should have it. I have seen that everywhere, like legit everywhere. People are talking about it, saying it's their most anticipated read for this year, or they've read it and they are obsessed. Like Katie is reading, I don't know her surname, but she is one of my favourite YouTubers. Whenever her video gets popped up, don't matter where I am, I will watch that there and then. I like how she edits, I like her books. She just speaks with well English, and I can't do that, but she can, so I like that. So she's the one who I got the inspiration with buying that book. So I've got that one. It's not here, but that'll be the book that I get. Literally have no idea what it's about. I just saw that she liked it, so. Is that 2? Yeah. It says a book over 500 pages. I'm not mad at it, to be fair. I want to get through a couple of my big books here, so that's a good start. But which one do I choose? Okay, so this one is the one I was talking about. This was one of my first, I think it was a Luma crate. Nope, Fairy Loot. This was my first Fairy Loots I've got, and it's huge. Honestly, really big. Not feeling it. I've been wanting to read this for a long time, and this might be a good excuse. So this might be 600 and something pages though. Yeah. Ooh, oh, this is exclusive book scene. Okay, so it's actually 604. I didn't realise I had this many books over 500 pages. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, and I'm not happy about it. But I'm gonna read the Cassandra Clare Swordcatcher. This is 600 and something pages, so I am way over the 500 page mark. But I need to read it. I've had it such a long time, and it's really pretty. So this is a chunkiness so far. Read a white book. Okay, so I'm going to choose A Natural History of Dragons, a memoir by Lady Trent. This is the first one in the whole series, and I am very excited. I don't know if I'm going to like it. But a lot of people have, so I'll give that one a try. It reminds me a little bit like How to Train Your Dragon. Do you know they've got that book where it annotates certain dragons and what the weaknesses and their strengths are and what they like to eat and where they live? This is basically like that. She is the one that looks at dragons anyway, but at least I can get that one out of the way and done and dusted and have a look, and then if I like it I can move on to the rest of them. I kind of care. Okay. I'm scared. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, a book rating higher than 4-star. Give me a second. I'm gonna have a look right now. Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to come in at the end of the video because I'm gonna have to do some research, because I've got most of these books are unread, so I'll have to do my research and find out which one's higher. So I'm gonna leave that there, and I will come back. I'll come back. I promise. I'll come back to you. Okay. A book I hate the cover of. Not excited about that one. I feel like I'm picking all my special editions this month, and I don't know why. This one is Son of Blood and Ruin, and I hate this. I don't know why. I just hate it. I do. I really, really do. I mean, I love that. Stunning. Really nice. This, hate. So, have no idea what this is about. Got it such a long time ago. But I'll read that. I will. I'll read it. I'll try. Okay. Okay, ooh, I like this one. Okay, so a book from a series already started. I have a few. I have a few. Crown of Midnight. So that's the second book. It's the second book, yeah. I don't know if there's any others that I have started. I need to get into the Sarah J Maas books. I've only read one of them. I do have A Court of Thorns and Roses, but I haven't started it yet, so I can't choose that one. So I'll use this one. This is looking big, and that don't even include one book. I think you all need to pray for me this month. Pray. Okay. Read a blue book. Read a blue book. I can do that. All of these are blue, which is good. And then that one, I don't know why that's up there, but I'm not picking that one anyway, so it doesn't matter. I would have picked this one for a nice, easy, light read, but as I've said earlier, I'm not into romance at the moment. I mean, I might be after this. So I'm gonna pick Twin Crowns. This is ones that I've recently just bought on Vinted. Like, I have been shopping on Vinted so much. I spend so much money on there. But let me show you quickly, I promise, quickly. I think it's in that order. Right, pretty, right? Yeah, wait. Stop it. So yeah, I am, that's 1 second, that's the third. That one's literally just come out. I bought the second one, story time. I bought the second one thinking that's really pretty from Waterstones. So it's like, oh, I'll get that. And then when I looked into it, that's the second one. So I was like, balls. So I've been looking for the first one for such a long time. Found it on Vinted. Yes, these books are like £10 each from Waterstones, so not expensive. I paid £15 for this because I missed out on it. And then the person, really lovely lady, she said that the third one's coming out the same week that I bought this one to make sure that I'm getting it. Thank you so much. Like, honestly, 5-star to you. So I now have all 3 of them, which is really nice. But I will add that. It's still a thick book, man. You don't know this, but it's literally been like 10 minutes. 10 minutes it is, just to find a book with a rating on Goodreads higher than 4 stars. You don't understand how many books I've got on here that I haven't read that do not have a higher rating than 4 stars. I found a few and they're not small books. So I'm going to go through it. There is 4. Out of all of these that I haven't read, all of them, even the whole Bridgerton series, there's only 4 books that I haven't read. So I'm going to start with the first one I found. I'm not choosing this one. I'm not. So the Saint Death's Daughter. I am looking forward to this one. I don't want to rush it just because it's got like necromancy and stuff in it, and I like that, I do. But it's like 500 and something pages, and I've already got one that's like 600. So I'm not reading that. But there's that one. Then there's Brandon Sanderson's Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. This one I was thinking I might. But I feel like I don't want to rush this. I feel like I want to spend a lot of time reading this. Like, I'm going to show you the last one, which I'm obviously going to choose. Then there's A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J Maas. But I am already reading Crown of Midnight here. So I don't want to read the same author in the same month. So I'm not going to read this one. But my friend actually did lend me the book of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. So I think I'm going to choose this one. She gave it to me a long time ago, but I actually gave her a couple of books a long time ago, so we're yet to give the books back. So, but this one is still 400 and something pages. Because that right there is scary. It is. It's scary. So I'm going to add that one onto it. Now don't forget, I've got one more book. I do. That's coming, so it'll be up here. I've just realised I've picked 8 books. There, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 books. How? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I did pick 8 of these, but this one's a library read, so this one should have been included. Therefore, I shouldn't have picked one of these. Therefore, I've picked too many books. But I will. My mistake. I'll try and read it. This is 8 books, right? This is still 1 book short, right? This is scary. Like, what? That's going to take me like a month in itself to read. So I'm scared. I'm excited, but I'm scared. I'm scared. Anyway guys, I have sorted myself out. I am now going to forget about this. This is for next month. When you're watching this, it is this month, but I'm recording it on the 27th. So this can just, for now. So anyway, right guys. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to obviously follow me on Goodreads, guys. If you want like a day-to-day basis of how much I read. At the moment, currently on the 27th, I have read 37 books so far this year. My goal is 100, so I'm 7 books I think ahead of schedule. I think. Have a look at my Instagram. I mean, I don't upload there. I really don't that often. I don't, but you might as well. But yeah guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next week. I'm crying, but it's fine. I'll see you next week. Bye guys.